What's up, fam? What's up, fam? Hope you don't mind if I eat while I talk. So, today I'm looking at some stocks. And I'm going to be searching for, well, not stocks, crypto. And I'm going to be searching for some stuff to invest in here. Okay? So, I'm zoom in here. I like this trend. Okay? This is XLM. I like this trend. What I'm going to do is I'm going to daggone take it to the 6-month, 2-hour chart. I just want to draw some trend lines here, some big trend lines. And I just want to see where we're at here. I want to see if this is something that, is worth my time and energy to get into. And these are just the big ticket. These are just the big zones right here. So now I've got the big zones. Let's kind of zoom in. All right, and so this is XLM right now. The RSI is at like 43. It's trending right now. It's trending below the EMA and SMA line. So, it's trending below the VWAP. It's trending below the EMA and SMA. So, right now, not a very strong buy, but it does have this really great uptrend. It's on an uptrend right now. It had this pullback here at the top. I don't know. Let's see where that pullback came from. So old supports are new resistance. So this, I'm not seeing this anywhere here, but this created a new resistance here at around 34 cents, right? And it had this pullback here. So I think I would wait for this here. I'm going to set an alert here on this trend line. Once it bounces off this trend line, if it goes up, I think I might invest in this. But I just want to make sure that this pattern of an uptrend is still valid. I need to make sure that this trend here is still a valid trend. You know what I'm saying? Right here, we've seen this before, but as of right now, this is what we got. As of right now, this is what we got here. You know what I mean? For this thing to really take off, this is what we got here. You see what I'm saying? So I think right now, let me zoom in. If it bounces off this line, that's also great. I can set another alert there, and if it goes up, it starts crossing above that trend line, then we can see what's going on with that. Because if it bounces off this trend line here and takes off, if it bounces off this trend line, there's a good chance it's going to come back here. Or it could go up here. It could stop here at this trend line. It could bounce off this trend line So I would if it bounces here, I would wait for the next. Well, if it bounces here, I'd have a margin of profit of about 5%. So because that would be from daggone. Oopsies. That would be from daggone 31 cents, from 31 cents to 32 cents. You know, if I do $1,000 investment at 31 cents, it's gonna be 32 bucks. About 32 bucks. So, yeah. So, right now, I need to wait until I see more of a reversal here. I'm gonna try to look at it once it gets around here. It looks like it's gonna break this resistance. I'm gonna break this support and come down to this support. We'll come back to XLM once it touches that support. All right. So next, let's look at basic attention token. Okay. Let's look at our 6-month, 180-day chart. These are some trend lines that I drew earlier. And I want these to be blue because that's going to be my 180-day chart color. Okay. So, I'm not in love with this. I'm not in love with this. I'm not in love with this because it's kind of like this is obviously a very strong resistance here. And the good news about this is that it's at the bottom of a zone. So it's at the bottom of a zone. Let's look at the 1-minute chart. Yeah, it's trending below the EMA and SMA on the 1-minute, on the 30-minute. Right, it's still trending below, but it looks like it's trying to break out. You know what I mean? But if it comes here to here, the margin of profit is outstanding. The margin of profit is wow. It's almost 40%. Right? It's almost 40% margin for profit on basic attention, which is very attractive. So I have this 40% margin for profit from here to here. I could get some chop in between here. Like I could get like a little bit of resistance here in this zone. I could get a little bit of resistance here in this zone, right? But still, the margin for profit is pretty big, right? So even if we went from here, from 31 to 37, let's just say based off $1,000 investment, from 31 to 37 would be almost $200. So that's good. Even if it went here, dude, that's 200 bucks damn near. You know what I mean? So I would say right now the MACD indicator is looking good. It's pumping up. The RSI is not overbought. It's kind of, it seems like it's trying to make a push. I'm gonna set an alert here. If it touches this trend line, right? Or yeah. This could also be, this right here could also be is also a resistance. So I'm also going to set an alert here at these two trend lines. And then based off of this pattern, you know, as long as it doesn't break this support here, I'm pretty good to invest. Because this is, if this support holds up, it should ride up here. So, you know, so I think that my buy point, would be if it bounces here and then breaks this, if it breaks this resistance here, if it breaks this resistance, I think I would jump in, making the margin of profit 12%. And it could go up even further to 25%. Right? So I think I would let's do paper trading so I can set my stuff. I think I would, you know, I think I would buy probably around 34 cents. I would buy. Let me do paper trading. So I would buy probably around 34 cents, right? I would buy probably around 34 cents. Let's just say I do this based off of $1,000, right? So that's 29.42. Okay. Let's buy. I would buy here, right? I would sell either here or here, or somewhere in between. But let's just lock in profit. So honestly, I would sell here. You know what I mean? I would sell somewhere in here. You know what I'm saying? I would sell there. And I would set a stop loss at around here. Yeah, that would be my stop loss. That would be my stop loss around here. So let's see. My stop loss, if I brought here and I lost, I've been losing about 11%, right? I'll be gaining about the same, so I got 50-50 chance, right? Or potentially from here to here. So maybe alright, so XLM just broke below this support. So, you know, as far as our, you know, uptrend goes, it's not looking good for our uptrend. Yeah, it's not looking good for our uptrend. As far as our forward moving pattern. So, I'm going to set an alert here and see if it keeps dropping, which it probably will. And so I'm going to stay out of XLM for a while because I need a solid. I mean, unless it drops below this one, we're still kind of okay because it's still making higher highs and it's still making higher lows. So as long as it's still making higher, if it drops below this one, we're back in a bearish look on XLM. Now back to basic attention token. Maybe I should put in a tighter stop loss. I think I'll put in a tighter stop loss. I think I'll put my stop loss here, right? I think I'll tighten my stop loss, making my margin for loss smaller and my margin for profit greater. Okay, so this is what I would do. I would swing trade basic attention token because it's on a pretty solid uptrend right now. I would swing trade basic attention token. Yeah. All right, so OX. All right, let's look at OX. Let's look at their 180 day. Look at their 6-month chart. Right now, I would say it's still in an uptrend. For how long it'll be an uptrend, I don't know. All right, but as of right now, it's still in a pretty active uptrend. All right. So I'm looking for good swing trades. Here. I'm looking for good swing trades. I'm looking for good swing trades here. So we have a pretty big zone, and I'm looking for to make sure that it's still making, higher lows. Right? This seems like a really big resistance here. It kind of broke above that resistance here. Okay, so this is a huge resistance here. And right now it's kind of playing, in between. Right now it's kind of playing in between this a little bit. So, I could probably even, at this point, I'm going to make these black lines to signify that this is a smaller time frame that I'm looking at. All right, so it's it's not looking good. It's not really my favorite type of thing because I'm looking for higher lows, but it's a hit. It made a low here. It made a low at it made a support at $1.03. Came up to a good $1.08, and then it kind of dipped back to. So it made a lower low here, and that's what I don't like. It made from here it went up and then it went back down. It made a lower low. So this could be, I don't know. But where is my MACD? Where is my MACD indicator? I need my MACD. MACD indicators kind of, it was there all along. Alright, so MACD indicators kind of going down for OX. I would have to wait until it comes back down here to this support and see what happens. If it breaks this support, I'll be looking at here. And it's not something I'm really gun-ho right now about making a swing trade on. I think it's a little too risky for a swing trade right now because, yeah, it's just too risky. It's not really making those higher highs pretty consistently. All right, and this is definitely no go. All right, Storm. What about Bitcoin? Bitcoin. Not loving that pattern. Storm. Nope, not loving that either. Go to 6 month. Yeah, I'm not loving that. Looks like it's dead. ADA, I'm staying clear away from. It's clearly a descending pattern there. Tron. Tron is a difficult nut to crack. Tron's a difficult nut to crack. Is it making higher highs? Let's see. Right now, Tron is kind of it's making higher highs. So that is the good thing about Tron right now, is that it seems to be at least trying to make higher highs. So let's make these blue. So blue is going to stand for my trading zones. Yeah, blue is going to be my trading zone. Okay. Oopsies, I'm going to add alert to that. I just need to know where my trading zones are. These are going to be my zones. Now, a trading zone is something that you can trade in between to get bigger profit. All right, this from here to these are zones. Boom, 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 boom. This is a huge zone. And these are just kind of like the big indicators. All right, the big ticket items. All right, so let's zoom in here. So we had consistently making higher lows, and then we had this big pullback. And ever since that pullback, it's been trying to, again, rebound here. So we're going to zoom in a little bit more. We're going to take it in here. So we have a little resistance here. Resistance there. So Tron is tricky. If I were going to make a play on Tron, I would have to put my alert here and then see what happens if it goes below this trend line. Here's where I would make a buy. I would make a buy if it bounced off of this trend line and started, or it could make a new resistance here. But I don't see that really happening. That alert there. I would make a buy if it hit here and bounced here and came up here again, right? Oh, so this is great. It's trending way above the middle. It's trading way above the VWAP. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. It's gonna hit here, and it's gonna drop. It's gonna bounce here. So I'd be waiting. I'd be waiting to look at here, see what happens here, right? Yeah, I just have to analyze this more. To make a buy, I would have to analyze this one a little bit more. I have to wait a little bit closer to the time because just madness here. It's gonna bounce up 4 cents, drop either to 3.8, 3.6, or 3.5. And I'm not sure what it's gonna do. If it bounces off of 3.8, it'll probably come back up here, which is to right around 4 cents. That's about a 6.3%, 6.2% margin for profit. So if it bounces here, right, and starts making its way up again with strong indications, I'd probably jump in for a buy. If it comes down here and bounces, I'd probably buy here. If it comes down here and bounces, I'd probably buy above here. But I just need to see what that's going to do. All right, so that kind of wraps it up for this video. And I hope you guys kind of enjoyed that talk, that that stuff that we do. Listen, guys, listen. You can do this. Psych. Everybody can do this. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, this is not financial advice. I'm just analyzing stocks the way I see them. I'm just a guy who's just sharing what I'm doing. I'm not advertising or advocating in any way that you copy my trades or try to do what I'm doing or anything like that. So cryptocurrency is a very volatile market. Invest at your own risk. Invest only what you can afford to lose. Invest only what you know. Invest only what you can understand. And always do your own due diligence. Okay? Don't never follow anybody else's trades. Always do your own due diligence. Follow your own advice. And happy investing. Peace.